pretty excited about tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, big night for Neeler, who's been a good buddy for a long time. So it's exciting, and I'm really happy for him.
You appreciate just the uniqueness of this, because he's not a player where you look at his offensive numbers or individual words and say, yeah, that's why he's going up to the rafters. Like, when you think about why he is a fit to go up there in this building, like what comes to mind?
Yeah, well, I look back to when he first came and joined our team and where we were as a team and what we were lacking, and he brought a lot of energy, a lot of toughness, obviously, and just brought that every day that he showed up to the rink. He was just the kind of guy that was the first to the rink, first in every drill. I think took our team to another level. When you look, he came in with Fish, and we had guys like even Volchi a few years later, just out of the element of toughness. Curtis Decision, I look back at the timeline there, and that really took our team to another level. Obviously, the playoff time when Neeler would really be valuable and create a lot of room for everyone out there. So he was, a great teammate, a guy that came to work every day and, put a lot, heart and soul into this team for sure.
It's a tough job, too, that he had on a nightly basis.
Oh, extremely. Yeah, I mean, he was obviously cut from a different cloth than the rest of us. He was, just like I said, he brought that to every practice, to, every day he kind of had that energy on and off the ice. So, and he never shied away from it. He was, obviously fighting. He took on anyone that come his way and was smart about it and did it in a way that benefited the team in the, kind of the scope of a game, and kind of knew the right time to step in and take care of those things, and was effective as a player too, and made himself into a player. It's actually funny, as in those days I'd call my brother or whatever, and it would have been his first training camp, and I was going, geez, there's this new guy, he's a really pretty good player, but just fighting just fights all the time, and I think that's kind of how he announced himself to the team. And I think he had 400 PIMs the year before in the minor leagues, but just wanted it so bad, and then knew what it had to take, and kind of made a name for himself that way. And like I said, just his work ethic made him into a real effective player too.
Pretty amazing he never suspended, so he went right to the line but never crossed it.
Exactly, and that's where I say, smart about with picking his spots and stepping in when he need to. It seemed like he was always in the right place, at the right time, and kind of I made it easier for a lot of our top guys to do their thing. So he certainly took our helped our team get to another level.
You were involved with Shield maybe before him. Did you bring him in to that community involvement? And
I think that's who he is. I mean, comes from a great family, and good guy, youngest of 3 boys, I think. So he kind of had to earn his way all the way up. But I think that part of him, he's just knows the importance and knows the value that. Or the importance of being that kind of good person, and that's just who he is. I think at the end of the day, he cares. He's got a big heart. He wears it on his sleeve, and he embraced the whole community and was a big part of it his whole time, and still is.
He was also a big guy with practical jokes in the room. What was the worst one you did?
To me, I don't know. He didn't bother me too much. I was. But no, he was always, like I said, the energy was on the ice, it was off the ice. He was always in the middle of it, whether it was, like I said, on the ice, off the he was new into there's a few funny things that he'd do, and just around the room, and just do stupid stuff, but that's what he brought. He just had that energy to burn almost, and he kind of was infectious around everyone else.
What do you remember about he scored the first goal here when you guys played the Cup final against Anaheim. You remember that goal that he scored and kind of the energy in this building? Yeah, I do. It was a huge moment, I guess. Looking back on it, it was a big goal. We were down 2-0 in the series, and just that time of year is when he shined through. I remember him later in his career too. He scored a big overtime goal in the playoffs, and
But it was always, never shied away, and was obviously in the middle of the first one to every battle, and never shied away, and kind of got in the traffic, and that's when you get rewarded, and that's certainly happened in that situation. He was just in front of the net, turn around, quick shot, and it was a big goal for us.